Hey everyone, I thought for today's video it would be fun to try something different. I've never really rated anything before. You've probably seen a lot of videos, if you are a Mortal Kombat fan, of people rating or ranking fatalities or special moves or whatever from the Mortal Kombat games, and I thought now that the Legacy Collection is out, it'd be a bit of fun to go back to the older games and rank the fatalities in the very first game. So obviously there's only 7 characters, so it's not going to take very long. So let's get into it, starting off with Johnny Cage. This one is, obviously very simplistic. They are all going to be. This one's never really been one of my favorites. So for this one, I feel like I'm going between a 5 and a 6. For the time, I'd say it's pretty good, so I'll give it a 6. But I'm pretty sure this is going to be my least favorite one in the game. Just like maybe too simplistic, but I do still like it. How do I it's not working. Oh wait, for Kano's, I think I remember his, I probably have to be close. There we go. Yeah, I do like this one. The heart's still beating as well, which is a nice little touch. Again, all of these are going to be simplistic. None of them are going to be amazing or anything, but for this one, I'm thinking about a 7. I like that one a bit more than Johnny's one. Alright, let's get on to Raiden's. I remember he's in another version of the game. They would get turned into dust or something. In this one, their head just explodes, which isn't as good, in my opinion. But that is still pretty good. I'm feeling probably another 6 on that one. I think that one's pretty cool, but I think it's actually better in whatever version, maybe the Nintendo version. I'll have to fact check that. Now moving on to Liu Kang. So we are actually on the pit stage here, so I'm pretty sure it's going to actually do the pit fatality, which I will be ranking last because that's a own fatality. So with Liu Kang's one, right, story-wise it makes sense. He doesn't kill people, so if he does and you do it on the pit, then I'd honestly give it an 8. It's really cool and it's very cinematic almost, if that makes any sense. But if you're not on the pit stage and you just do it on any other stage, again, story-wise it makes sense. From a story perspective, it's an 8 out of 10. But again, because I have to rank the fatalities solely based on how cool they look, the violence and all that stuff, here's some cool moves shown off here, but I am going to have to give it probably, I would say, a 5, because he doesn't kill them, but it is still pretty cool and it makes sense for the character that he doesn't kill, so I'm going to give it a 6. Moving on now to Scorpion. This one is being very difficult to trigger here. It is in every game it's in. I can never do it because of the double up input. How do you get... Oh, there we go. Yeah, that one is really cool, but it's not really worth the, the pain in the ass input, but it is still really cool. Obviously an iconic fatality for Scorpion, one of the better ones in this game. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Very iconic and awesome. Moving on now to the most iconic in this game. It's already, I knew it would be Sub-Zero before we even got into this one. I've been playing a bit of him, so I know the input. Sweet. This one is probably one of my favorite fatalities of all time. From this first game, absolutely, it is the best. I'm not giving it a 10 though, because for me, 10 insinuates it's perfect, and I feel like they should have added some icy effects around the neck to make it more Sub-Zero-y, but still really good, 9 out of 10. Okay, now we're on to the last one already, which is Sonya's. So this one, I think, yeah, there we go, we got it. This one I've always liked, but it's never been one that I think of as a classic fatality. Obviously all of these are classic, but I've never really thought of it as one that's a standout to me. However, I do think it's actually one of the better ones, so I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. A really good one that obviously we would see again in later games. So now moving on to the pit fatality. This is the only stage fatality. It's crazy to me that we actually had these in the first game. So this one here, I have always really liked. My first thought was actually a 10 out of 10, but I decided to drop it to an 8 because it isn't perfect, but it is just really cool. So that is actually it, everyone. There is only 7 characters in this game. Initially, I was planning on talking about Shang Tsung because I think he actually has a fatality in this game. I don't think that Goro does. I'm actually obviously doing the recording right now, but I'm going to go and have a look at those potential fatalities, and I'm going to chuck them in at the end of the video and I will rank them. It's just that I won't have my voice over for that, but I think it's just Shang Tsung, so I'll get his and then I'll rank it, or give it a rating I should say. So now that we've actually done these, let's rank them in order from worst to best. Alright, so now that we've done that, in 9th place we have Johnny Cage. This one is pretty cool, but it's just the most simplistic, so I'm putting it in last place, but still not terrible. I gave it a 6. Same with Raiden's, I gave it a 6. I think there's a better version of this fatality on another platform, or a different version of the game. This one is still good. I'm also giving this one a 6, as you would have seen earlier in the video. Another one that got a 6 is Liu Kang's fatality when it isn't performed on the pit. Story-wise it makes sense, but there's not much going on. Then we have Sonya's. This one's really good. I gave this one a 7. Very simplistic as well, but I feel like it'd be pretty interesting. Then we have Kano's. I gave this one a 7 or 8. I think I gave it an 8, simply because it's pretty cool and the heart is still beating, which is cool attention to detail. Then we have Liu Kang's fatality when it is done on the pit. It makes it a lot better. Again, story-wise, makes sense that he doesn't kill people, but on this stage, he does, so it looks a bit more flashy. Then we move on to Scorpion's. Input is crazy annoying, but obviously that doesn't determine how I rank it here. Really cool, presentation's really awesome, and yeah, I think that this is definitely one of the better ones from this game. Then we have the pit fatality, which yes, it isn't a character specific one, but it's still really cool. And then the best one in this game is Sub-Zero's, but of course I can't give it a full 10 out of 10 because there's no icy sort of effects on it, but still really good. So everyone, that is all of the fatalities in the first Mortal Kombat game, rated and ranked. Apologies that right now you're seeing footage from MK Trilogy. I actually didn't capture any more for MK1, but I will say I went to look for any fatalities for Shang Tsung or Goro. I didn't think Goro had one, but I definitely feel like I've seen footage of a Shang Tsung fatality. I don't know if that was scrapped or something like that, maybe, but I couldn't find any footage of it, and I'm feeling like right now that's probably the case. I think I maybe saw it in a video about like cut content or something, because I couldn't find anything on it, but in my vision, sort of, he pulls out a sword and like slices you open, but that might just be something I've made up. I couldn't tell you, but anyways, make sure to like and subscribe if you want me to do this exact type of video for MK2, 3, all the games. Let me know. Hope you have a great day, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.